AKA it's a great exposed. AKA it's a great day, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. For any of those of you who have been waiting, I'm finally back for reals this time. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I hope you're here to stay, and you should be. First of all, I'm glad to be back. It was kind of misleading in my last video when I said, oh guys, I had to take a hiatus, but I'm glad to be back. And then I ended up taking another hiatus for another like 2 weeks because the workload of school just got a little bit overwhelming, and on top of that I had a couple of things to take care of because I will be studying abroad in South Korea in exactly a month. I'll be flying out actually. There's also a little series that I will be doing while I'm in Korea in related to what I want to do with my career, but I will mention that in a separate video, maybe the next video or the video after. In this video, if you can't tell by the title, I will be giving you guys tips on how to get your visa if you're going to be studying abroad in South Korea. And I'm also going to be throwing in a little story time in here because I actually had to go through something just to get my visa that it was so annoying, and it's just like, I don't want this to happen to any of you guys because it was kind of nerve-wracking because I was like, oh my god, I had to go to Korea next month. I had to get my visa, like I need to get it. I was kind of just like worried, like, am I gonna get it on time? I'm not going to be going step by step on exactly what to do. You guys can look that up on your own, but kind of just tips, things to watch out for, and things to make sure that you definitely have, so that you don't have to deal with the aggravation and worrying of not getting your visa on time. This is more for people that will be going to get their D2 or D26 visa for studying abroad as a student or as an exchange. I know you can do exchange or you can study abroad for like, you know, 2 years or something like that. And if you're not traveling and not going to be getting your visa, feel free to stick around anyway because I love the views. I'm going to start the tips. However, I'm going to show the people that will be going to the Boston Embassy. Specifically, if you are in the states listed right here, I think it's required that you go to the Boston Embassy. So if you're from any of these states, stick around and I'll show you where the Boston Embassy is located because there's no signs on the building. You will go past the Citizens Bank towards this gray business office type building, and once you go into the building, if you're not entirely sure because there's no signs, there's no arrows, there's a directory right there. So once you go on your directory, of course you press K because you're going to the Korea Embassy, and after you press K, that's the only business that shows up, so it's suite 251. And then you just can either go take the elevator to the second floor, and the embassy will be right on your right. I made the mistake of going to your left because it has like this nice fancy looking door, but the actual entrance is on your right side. So tip number 1 is going to start everything. Make sure that the embassy is open. Businesses like this aren't going to be open until like 10 or 9 at night. This embassy actually closes, I believe, at 5. I know on Fridays they close at 5. During the week, like Monday through Thursday, I'm not sure if they open any earlier, and I'm pretty sure that they're not open on weekends. So check your embassy site. Each embassy has their own website. So Boston's embassy has their own website, the New York embassy has their own website, and that might also determine how late your embassy is open until, like if you're in Boston versus New York versus DC. So check your check your embassy site to see what dates they are open and what times they are open until, because they also do follow the holidays that we follow usually, as well as follow some Korean holidays as well. So it's something very important to consider, especially if you're gonna go out of your way to go to the embassy if it's not right next door to you, and then you find out that it's closed because they're following Chuseok or something. Tip number 2 is make sure that your visa application is fully completed. And this is probably a no-brainer, but there are some other things that you have to get done to get your visa application done. It's not just fill out everything. You have to make sure that you have your acceptance letter from the university in order to get like some information that you might need to put on that application, as well as a passport size photo. You need to get that as well to put right on the front. I don't know about you guys, but I got my passport maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and when you get it printed they give you like more than one copy of that picture, and I don't know what I did with it. So I actually had to go to my local post office and get my picture taken just for the visa application. And another thing that you might want to consider that kind of goes in line with the visa application is that if you want to get your passport with the visa and everything sent back to your house instead of you having to go back to the embassy, you need to bring a envelope with a prepaid envelope with the return address and a stamp to the embassy so that they can send you back your passport with the visa and whatever other documentation that they have to keep to do the visa process. So you can also get that at the post office while you're getting your passport picture taken. Along with that stuff, this is also under tip number 2 for the visa application, because the visa application has a lot of different sections of things that you have to take care of in order to properly get your visa and, you know, get the application done. Another thing that you need, and this is the thing that it depends on your embassy, I guess, even though it's listed as a requirement, so you may or may not need this, but I did. And you need financial documentation that you can support yourself, or that your parents or whoever takes care of you can financially support yourself while you are studying abroad. Along with that financial documentation, if you are not supplying your own bank statement and you're going to be giving them your parents' bank statement, which you would make a copy of, they need to see the relations, like a relation certificate, so like your birth certificate, to show that you are related to your parents. And I kind of want to go into the story time right now because it has to do with this, but I don't want to get too sidetracked. But I'm going to go into it anyway. So if you don't care about the story time, I will put a timestamp for you guys to move forward to for the rest of the tips. But I think you should stick around because this is quite annoying. I went to the embassy with everything filled out. Everything was perfect. Literally everything that was listed on the visa portal site, everything that was listed on the embassy site, I had. This is even more annoying because that day I woke up early. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm gonna go get my visa today. I can check that off of the things I have to do to get my visa and to go to Korea. I'm all set. I am gonna get this visa, then I can just buy some luggage and keep saving money and get the hell out of here. But no, this lady had to crush my dreams, okay? It's not that serious, but I was just like, I was livid when she told me you don't have enough money. I was like, what do you mean? Everything is good except until she looks at the bank statement. One thing that was not brought to my attention and one thing that was not pointed out specifically at all is that you had to have a certain amount of money in your bank account in order for you to do this visa application. And if you didn't have this amount of money, they weren't gonna give it to you. I was like, okay, well, I plan on having that much anyway, but they didn't state that in order for your visa application to happen that you need to have that much money. So she was pretty much like, you need 6,000 in your account. So basically combined with my account and combined with my parents' account, because you know, your parents pay bills. They're not gonna have a large amount of money, at least not my parents, aren't gonna have a large amount of money in their account all the time when you have to pay bills like every week. I'm sorry, that's just not realistic. But she was like, you don't have 6,000, you are this much short, I can't put your visa application through. Yeah, so you're not getting your visa. And I was just like, I came over here, I woke up early, I left my bed with all my stuff and rushed during the week to get all this stuff for me to go, and you're telling me I'm not getting my visa? I was so, but it's over now because I got my visa. And I also did not have to deal with that lady. I got a really nice older Korean man to help me with my visa application. Mr. Kim, you were so nice. Thank you. with that being said, let this be a lesson to, I guess, find out every little detail so that you don't have to go through this BS. Just know that if you're going to the Boston Embassy, you need your financial documentation that is listed under the embassy page, and that if you're going to DC or if you're going to New York, they're not going to ask you for it. Another thing is it takes about a week for you to get your visa. So I guess the last tip, even though this was more of like me rambling and being angry at that lady from the desk video than a tips video, yeah, make sure you get your visa in a timely manner, because I mean, you shouldn't be waiting until like a week before to get your visa anyway. If you're the type of person that likes to get things like this out of the way right away so that you don't have to worry about it, you know, get it as early as you can, just so that it's one less thing for you to have to worry about. I guess that's it. I'm so sorry. I made it seem like this video was gonna be like so informational, and like I'm gonna have all these tips and tricks on how to get your visa and like how to not deal with the angry lady at the desk. But this was more so just me rambling about how aggravated I was at that lady and saying that I'm back and I'm happy to be back. So I hope those tips helped you, and more or less the important lesson of this video is make sure that you have everything to the T prepared so that you do not have to worry about the aggravation and worry about anything, and you can just go and get your visa and be done. But you know, preparation is key for anything, so make sure you have everything so you don't have to get aggravated like me. That is it for my story time and tips on getting your visa if you are studying abroad in South Korea as an exchange student. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, liked me ranting, liked me complaining, would like to see more rants, more complaints, more story times, more tips videos, anything like that, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, because that actually does something. Leave a comment because I love to hear from you guys, and click that red subscribe button if you haven't already, because if it's still red, click on it so that it's not red, because thanks. Hope you guys have a great day. If it's the end of the day, hope that you had a great day, and if it wasn't great, just remember that tomorrow can be even better as long as you make it so. So goodbye, and I will see ya. Bye.